At age 30, Daniel and Marcus looked identical on paper. Same salary, same savings, same discipline, and the same dream of building real wealth by age 50. They both had $80,000 saved, lived in the same city, and started from the exact same line. But 20 years later, one owned freedom, while the other owned bills. This is the story of condo versus land, and why what looks rich is often expensive. Daniel chose the condo, a shiny tower in the city center with glass walls, a pool downstairs, a gym upstairs, and a lobby that smelled like money. He believed prime location always wins. He believed people will always want condos. He believed he could live in it now and sell it later. It felt like progress the moment he signed the papers. Marcus chose land. Not glamorous land. No marble lobby, no elevator, no skyline view. Just a clean titled lot outside the growing edge of the city. Dust roads, quiet surroundings, empty space. People laughed at him. They asked why he bought dirt where nothing existed. Marcus simply said, "I'm buying where the city is going, not where it already is." Year 1 began. Daniel posted balcony coffee photos, skyline sunsets, modern kitchen shots, and weekend gatherings with friends. Everyone congratulated him. Everyone said he made it. Marcus had nothing to post. No pool, no luxury interior, no flashy milestones. Just tax receipts in a drawer. By year 2, Daniel's condo had risen in value, at least on paper. Agents said nearby units were selling higher. Neighbors bragged in elevators. Owners and online groups celebrated appreciation. Daniel felt smart. Marcus checked his land and saw only taller grass. It looked like nothing happened. But wealth often looks boring before it looks obvious. By year 3, Daniel discovered the first hidden truth of condo ownership. Association dues increased. Maintenance funds needed more money. Elevator repairs, security upgrades, and pool renovations all required contributions. Every month, ownership kept charging rent to the owner. Parking fees rose, insurance rose, taxes rose. His condo appreciated slowly, but his expenses appreciated quickly. Marcus, meanwhile, paid almost nothing, a small annual tax, maybe clearing weeds once in a while, perhaps repairing a fence. No elevator fund, no shared hallway electricity bill, no endless committee decisions. Land slept quietly while Daniel kept feeding the machine. Year 4 arrived, and Daniel decided to rent out the condo. It sounded brilliant in theory, but reality came with vacancies between tenants, agent commissions, repainting costs, appliance breakdowns, complaints, late payments, and management stress. Cash flow looked beautiful in spreadsheets, but messy in real life. Marcus did nothing, and sometimes doing nothing is a business model. By year 5, a brand new condo tower launched beside Daniel's building. Bigger amenities, better lobby, introductory discounts. Suddenly, Daniel's unit was no longer special, it was inventory. This is the hidden game of condos. Supply can be manufactured. Developers can create your competition next door, but nobody manufactures more land in that district. Marcus noticed road widening nearby. Then a fuel station opened 2 kilometers away. Then a grocery warehouse. Then a school project was announced. None of it looked dramatic. But boring headlines often create explosive maps. Year 6 exposed another truth. Daniel's condo now needed updating. Trendy cabinets looked old. Flooring styles felt dated. Paint faded. Fixtures aged. Buildings age faster than land. A condo is part land and part depreciating structure. Many buyers forget the second half. Marcus owned only land. No roof to leak, no plumbing to fail, no tiles to crack. Time damages buildings. Time can benefit land. By year 7, Daniel searched prices online and saw dozens of nearly identical units listed for sale. Same floor plan, same square footage, same hallway. Owners began cutting prices to sell faster, and then others followed. His asset became a race. Marcus received his first unsolicited call asking if he wanted to sell his lot. He said no. The calls continued every few months. Demand whispers before it shouts. Year 8 forced Daniel to calculate honestly. Yes, the condo value rose, but after dues, taxes, repairs, furnishing upgrades, loan interest, and selling costs, the headline gain shrank. Gross profit sounds loud. Net profit speaks truth. Marcus checked his numbers too. His land had doubled because growth reached the area, while costs stayed tiny. No designer sofa required. By year 9, Daniel still loved the convenience, and convenience has value. That matters. But convenience is not always wealth. Sometimes it is consumption wearing an investment costume. Marcus rented where he wanted to live, but owned where growth was happening. He separated lifestyle from investment. That one mindset shift changes many lives. Year 10 arrived. Daniel's $400,000 condo had climbed to $520,000 in market value. It sounded impressive. But after 10 years of dues, taxes, insurance, repairs, furnishing refreshes, selling friction, and financing costs, the real gain was far smaller than people imagined. Solid perhaps, but not magical. Marcus bought his land for $80,000 cash. 10 years later, because of expansion, roads, zoning pressure, and demand, it was worth $260,000. Holding costs stayed low. No tenants, no elevators, no leaks. The wealth gap had started widening. Daniel used leverage and constant payments. Marcus used patience. By year 11, Daniel's building now carried age stigma. Buyers asked about leaks, vacancies, litigation, and high monthly dues. Older condos often fight trust decay. Marcus faced only one question: how much per square meter? Simple assets are easier to value. Year 12 tempted Daniel to upgrade into a newer condo just to remain competitive. This is another trap. Assets that need replacing can restart your debt cycle. Marcus subdivided part of his lot, sold one section, and kept the rest. His asset had begun funding itself. That is power. By year 13, Daniel worked hard to support the asset. Marcus owned an asset that increasingly supported him. Read that twice. Year 14 brought transit plans near Marcus's area. Speculators arrived. Developers scouted parcels. Land reacts violently to access improvements because land value is location value. And location can transform overnight when roads, trains, malls, ports, or jobs move. Year 15 hit Daniel with a special assessment for major building repairs. Owners had to contribute unexpected cash. This is the condo owner's silent fear. You own one unit, but share everyone's problems. Marcus received another offer, higher than the last. He still waited. Sometimes the richest action is refusal. By year 16, Daniel said, "At least I can live here." And that is true. Emotional value matters. But if the question is wealth building, emotion and return are different scoreboards. A beautiful purchase can still be a weak investment. Year 17 saw Marcus lease the frontage of his land for temporary storage containers. Small monthly income began flowing. Land can produce when timing is right. Condo gives use today. Land gives options tomorrow. By year 18, Daniel wanted to sell. But many units were listed. Buyers negotiated aggressively, and interest rates were higher. Liquidity matters. Assets do not always sell at appraised prices when markets cool. Marcus had multiple exit paths. Sell the whole lot, sell a portion, lease it, partner with developers, or build later. Flexibility compounds too. Year 19 brought clarity. Daniel realized he had spent years maintaining an image of ownership. Marcus had spent years accumulating leverage over geography. One bought space inside a box. One bought the box's surrounding future. Year 20 told the final story. Daniel's condo was now worth $620,000. Impressive from a distance. But after 20 years of dues, taxes, repairs, upgrades, transaction costs, financing drag, and age discount, the outcome was often decent but underwhelming compared with appearances. Marcus's land, depending on the corridor's success, could be worth $600,000, $900,000, or more, with far lower friction along the journey. That is the difference between motion and multiplication. Daniel looked richer in year 1. Marcus became richer by year 20. Most people get fooled because humans overvalue visible progress: cars, keys, lobbies, granite counters, and they undervalue invisible compounding: zoning maps, infrastructure plans, population growth, scarcity. The world rewards appearances quickly. It rewards fundamentals eventually. Not every condo is bad. Not every land deal wins. Some condos in elite supply-constrained districts perform well. Some land stays dead for decades. Bad location ruins both. But as a category, condos often carry higher friction, higher maintenance, and more competition. Land often carries scarcity, low maintenance, optionality, and patience reward. The real lesson is bigger than condo versus land. It is systems versus hustle, efficiency versus effort, friction versus flow. Many people choose assets that demand constant feeding. Few choose assets that quietly grow while they sleep. Ask yourself, does this purchase make me look wealthier or become wealthier? Does it need my time every month or reward my patience every year? Does supply keep increasing or is it naturally scarce? Does it age badly or improve when the world expands around it? Those questions can save decades, because real wealth is rarely loud in the beginning. It often looks like empty land, boring index funds, small businesses nobody notices, and habits nobody praises. Then one day, everyone calls it luck. So condo or land? If you want convenience now, lifestyle now, status now, condo can make sense. If you want leverage on future growth, lower friction, and asymmetric upside, land can be dangerous to ignore.